Okay. So we also partner with BCG, Michael. Unfortunately, BCG is friends with everyone these days. And we run our survey with 2,000 consumers and have 45 research studies that we've done in the market. We also interviewed, I'm sorry, give me a second. I think it's a bit of a, there you go. We also interviewed 22 CMO and experts in Indonesia, across 6 markets, including Indonesia. We try to measure what have changed during pandemic, and especially in the space of shopping and entertainment. One of the reasons of why we're doing this research is because we saw 4 fundamental shifts in shopping behavior. First one, there's so many choices happening in our shopping journey today. From physical malls, conventional commerce, social commerce, to modern trade, to general trades, people are being persuaded with so many choices in every single day. Because of that, we're seeing that there are more distractions. 85% of people saying that they switch apps when they want to purchase anything on the internet. And then 47% say that they buy the product on a different day instead of the same day when they saw the ads for the first time. And the primary reasons of that because ads have become so distracting. People are spending less attention on digital ads. 9 out of 10 ads are being skipped in any given day. The reasons why ads, I know all of us here are advertisers or marketers, but one of the reasons why ads are being skipped, because we're seeing that the ads are exaggerated, it's picture perfect boring, and in so many ways, it forces you to buy stuff that you probably don't want to buy. It feels less authentic. And because of that as well, 7 out of 10 people say that they're not in their state of mind when they want to purchase something on the internet. And because of that as well, 33% people saying that they become skeptical about the products that they be shown in the market. One of the things that we can also do is that when people, they already have a good intent to buy a product, or even they just casually browsing stuff online, we need to add that a bit of element of fun. So people are seeking reviewers from any platforms that they usually see. When they casually browse in their feed, they found product that they love to see and they're being presented to them in a really fun, entertaining way, they tend to have higher intent to purchase casually. Hence, we're seeing a space where in the past, when talking about conventional commerce, payment is really important. Logistics that you choose is really important. As we progress to the social commerce phase, conversation with merchants have become a lot important. The reviews from other buyers have become really significant in our decision to purchase something. But then I think there's a space of emotional connection that we need to build with consumers as well these days. How these brands can indulge the consumers, make them inspired to purchase the products online. Along with BCG, we found there are 2 spaces that we find based on the appetite to explore and the involvement level that consumers have these days. First one is on the functional demand space, and the second one is on the emotional demand space. On the functional side, I think this is something that we're quite accustomed to. First, if we're thinking about convenience, I want to buy products that are really convenient for me to buy in any given platforms that I usually buy these products. Let's take, for example, a shampoo, right? If I buy shampoo from a conventional commerce, I want to make sure that the shampoo being delivered to my house is the same shampoo that I ordered when I first time purchased this product. Improvement. If I want to buy a better shampoo, does the shampoo provide a better hair for me? And validation, is the shampoo really relevant for me or not? In the emotional space, I think this is the area that the growth of commerce is really all about. Recommendations from the latest products, and then indulgence. You want to be spoiled when you purchase products on the internet. And then last but not least, how you're getting inspired by purchasing these products. There are 5 areas of how we can make a really entertaining and inspiring content on the internet today. First one, we're talking about video first. I think all of us all agree right now, it's all about video first. All of the platforms right now are moving to the video first format. And the second thing is that people don't like to be forced. I mentioned this earlier. They want to be inspired to when they want to purchase a product. There are 5 things that we notice. Then this is being divided into 2 things. People want to be entertained first and then shop later. There are 5 reasons. So first one, again, the storytelling aspect. 81% of our consumers say that they want to see content that provide a really good storytelling before they purchase this product. Trends recommendations are also really important because whenever there's a trending product, people have a good tendency that they want to buy this product. Last but not least, on the commerce second, when people purchase this product, they want to make sure that they have the clear information about this product all about. And last but not least, people can purchase the product right away from the get-go instead of switching apps, instead of getting distracted by different ads that they don't want to see. This is where Shoppertainment comes in. It's all about content-driven commerce, where it's all about culture, it's all about content, and last but not least, about purchasing products. In Apac, we're seeing that by 2025, it's gonna grow to $1 trillion opportunity in Apac. And Indonesia, we're seeing that 26 billion will happen in the same year as well. And as you can see here, the growth for these 6 markets, Vietnam, Thailand, Japan, Australia, Indonesia, and South Korea, is even higher than the Apac average. There are a couple of categories that we're seeing really thriving here. So fashion accessories, of course, this is something that really prominent across all marketplaces. Second is beauty product. We're seeing plenty of beauty brands are thriving as well on e-commerce platforms. Third one is food and beverages. We start seeing that food and beverages also getting their product being served online. And then the ones that are also quite thriving these days is electronic devices and household items. Indonesia is well positioned to win in this market, where the adoption of Shoppertainment is relatively still low compared to other markets like Thailand and Vietnam, but the GMV, the potential of our consumer, is really huge. So what role does TikTok play in this space? I'm going to share you one of my most loved, or probably, let me just share the screen. Oh, sorry. Let me just, have anyone ever bought something called Eat Sambal? Eat Sambal, raise your hand if you ever heard about this product. No? Okay, let me just pull that slide real quick. There you go. So Eat Sambal is one of the F&B brands that are really thriving on TikTok. Mas Yangun, the founder and the owner of Eat Sambal, built a really engaging and storytelling product. He built the story on TikTok. He bought the cabe, the cumi, the ikan from pasar right away. He doesn't buy it from supplier because he wants to encourage the local merchants as well. So he also built TikTok shop. And he sold his product through many marketplaces, but one of the prominent channels is TikTok. One of the SKU here, if you can look at it very closely, it sold more than 150K units. I love this example, but I also hate the example because I sometimes question my career, right? If you can open a TikTok shop selling sambal and get for one SKU 4.5 billion rupiah, then why are we doing here today? Right? And the reason being is because the approach of video versus storytelling, people don't feel forced when they want to buy this product, is something that drives this purchase of products really well on our platform. We're also disrupting the marketing funnel as we know it. It's no longer linear. It's no longer discovery, considerations, and conversions. Because now we have community on our left side. People are reviewing, people are encouraging other people to buy, and people purchase again because of that. It's an infinite loop. And we also see that people on TikTok usually recommend 2.4 times in recommending the product more than other platforms. And in the space of entertainment first and also commerce second, on TikTok, we have that entertaining creative. Your For You feed is being personalized to you only. And last but not least, it has really entertaining interactions with our consumers. Hence, when we combine TikTok Shop as commerce second approach, people can look at the ad, like Mas Yangon from Eat Sambal, be inspired, purchase the product, it indulges me, it inspires me, and purchase right away without having to switch apps at all. From organic to paid format, TikTok is very complete. You can add product links, drive traffic to TikTok Shop or other marketplaces. For paid ad formats, as you can see, we also have plenty of things, shopping ads, catalog ads, and also live shopping ads. Another favorite example from my end is Bardi. Bardi is a local brand that is going international. They're launching in other markets very soon. In one of the activities that they're doing, they've gone live for a straight 48 hours, nonstop. 48 hours nonstop, just doing live and selling their products. In one of their live segments, when I think they've gone live around 2 hours, they've managed to reach out more than 80,000 people and sell more than 300 products at a given go. Because of this, they expand their business and planning to launch in global markets very soon. To close things out, I'm going to be very quick. 4C. First one, customer. Remember that your customers on TikTok. Second, campaign. We have the opportunity of Shoppertainment, $1 trillion opportunity in Apac, 26 billion in Indonesia alone. Third one, on content. Trend setting, don't force, authentic is something that you need to build for your brands. Last but not least, TikTok is more than just a marketing channel right now. It's also a sales channel for your brands. With that, I'm going to hand over to Namit to spend more time with Rohit, my partner in crime, to discuss about the opportunity in Apac and also in Indonesia. Over to you, Namit.
So first, I want to ask from you, it's around consumer trends, it's changing quite drastically, right? So at the same time, online channels are becoming an intrinsic part and a central part of the commerce strategy. So what do you think are the typical new insights, trends that you've come across on the online behavior of the consumers in the Indonesia market?
When a question like this is asked, the first question I ask myself is, have I changed my habit in the way I looked at things 2 years ago and how I look at things today? And there are three things that I have noticed. I think the first thing is the fact that entertainment and shopping was something that never heard of. You knew there was entertainment, and you know there was something called shopping, and all of us spoke about, consumer journey, awareness, consideration, transaction. Today, that is getting merged. So that's one big difference that we are seeing. The second thing is what I would like to call as, it's a different kind of instant gratification. When I went to a store and bought something, that gratification was there. Now, I go to an app, I get entertained, and I click and I buy, and there's a certain kind of a hurrah, I bought it. And that instant gratification is very different. You know it's going to take 48 hours for it to arrive, but there's a little bit of a joy that you've got it. The third, I would say, is the simplification of how you buy things. In the last 3 months, I've gone and watched a hockey tournament. I've gone and bought crayons, okay, and booked a hotel. And I realized that technology, like GoPay, just made it simple. I don't need to pull out my credit card, look at the number, look at the CVV number, do that. One click, 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 it's done. So I think these three things, in my opinion, is changing the entire environment or the landscape, if I could say.
Cool, thank you. The next up, we are all as consumers and users, very digitally connected, but yet very distracted, right? So how do you foresee, Shoppertainment playing a big part in the current scheme of things, in the current landscape? And what does it really inform us about the future strategy?
Okay. I want to first of all put this in perspective, is that Shoppertainment is a part of the total marketing mix and media mix. It's not the only thing that you do. We know from our own behavior how we use digital. It can come from anywhere. You're watching a video on YouTube. Sorry, I'm on a TikTok platform, I'll say YouTube. YouTube, you're watching Instagram, you're watching TikTok, correct? And anything can take you through a journey there. You're reading an article and it takes you there. So first thing, please understand, the basics of marketing is not going to change. The consumer journey is going to continue. There's an awareness, there's a consideration, and so on and so forth. And Shoppertainment has a role to play. The good news for us on Shoppertainment is we should not call it Shoppertainment. It should be called Entertainment Shop. It should be seen reverse. The big focus is entertainment. If you see a lot of studies today, brand advertising versus influencer-based advertising or UGC-based advertising, nobody's watching brand advertising. Recall is not there. There is in fact a Kantar study which also in fact helped us to actually guide our thinking of how important it is to look at influencer communication and shoppertainment. And please catch the Kantar guide, it's a good study. So coming back, entertainment is the key, number one. Number two, the product authenticity of the storytelling is very important. And the third, please don't try selling it. Consumers are very intelligent. They get it when you're trying to force and sell them. Make it entertaining and let them decide. Any case, thanks to all media guides, rules, please use reach at so-and-so percentage, at frequency at 2+. You have all these rules. That advertising is going to come back to your audience again. So entertain and then look at shopping. And I have to say this most important, which scares me every time. Clients will always ask, so what's my ROAS? If I put this money, what's my ROAS?
That's the game.
Yeah. So we need to recognize one thing. Yes, everything has to have a metric. Everything is important to see it with that lens. But Shoppertainment it's an early development. We'll see some successes. I think if you have the Maybelline video, if we can share, that'll be
Sure.
great, if possible.
Can we play that Maybelline video, please?
Maybelline wanted to dominate its market share in Indonesia by staying relevant for the younger consumers. Through We Are Maybelline on TikTok, they attracted 20,000 beauty enthusiasts through video shopping and live streaming ads. ROAS soared to 7 times, exceeding industry benchmarks by over 3 times, securing brand love among younger beauty enthusiasts.
Okay. I think just want to touch upon a few things when we look at, there's a bigger video I can send it to you guys. But for me, the simplest story was within Shopper Entertainment, there was a proper full funnel communication. There was awareness being done, there was people invited to participate, and then there was shopping as part of TikTok Shop. So across the phase, all 3 elements were used. And at some point of time, the consumer, if he likes it, he's going to go and buy it. Also, please understand, at the end of the day, the price has to be attractive. Okay? And also, please recognize you are not alone. You saw the statistics shared earlier with you. There is fashion, there is beauty, there is your handphones, everything. That's real competition. So don't think that just because you're going to be doing all this, you're going to get quick turnaround. The important thing, your client and all of us should learn is to test, learn, fail, try again. And don't get carried away by the 7 times ROAS, but get carried away that there is an attempt at trying to learn on the platform.
Thank you for the insight. Next up, Rohit, we have heard from the presentation that, the Shoppertainment is going to grow to about $27 billion in Indonesia as a part of about $1 trillion opportunity by 2025. And I've seen, agencies in the market, helping businesses, ace the commerce strategy. So, you at Wavemaker, and how you and your teams are helping prepare the business to be leaders in the Shoppertainment space.
Okay, this is just taking a bit of a backtrack to help everybody. L'Oreal is one of the clients, is the key client that I work on as the business lead. And until April, we were a team of just 34. As of July 1, the team is 108. Now you're going to probably ask the question, how did that happen? Fundamental reason is L'Oreal is also changing the way they're doing their business. We also need to change the way we do our integrated media communication. And then if one of the things that we are trying to do is to ensure we focus on strong planning, performance, search, e-commerce, and most importantly, influencer communication. We've seen all this actually coming together for us. So first things first, we are changing our own mindset to be integrated mindset. That's the first thing we are doing. Now coming to specific to your question on Shoppertainment. We are not by in any means saying that we are perfect. We are also learning in this process. So we keeping our eyes and ears open. We are learning what competition is doing. But we also are taking successes from what we are doing. So number one, it is important to understand the landscape. Number two, understand who is the right influencer or who's the right voice to tell an authentic story. Authenticity, storytelling, entertainment. This is something that should come through very clearly. Be very clear also on the matrix. What are the matrix you're going to be putting into it? A lot of conversations today are happening is should it all be impressions or should we move to views? Because impressions you can blast. Views is where it is when you know whether authentically that he or she is looking at it. And then finally, also making the influencer responsible for their role. That means long-term partnership. A lot of focus is now going to long-term partnership because that is where the authenticity and credibility is going to come. And I've always had these arguments saying, last week she was endorsing A, next week she's endorsing B. What's going on? So that's what is going to. And finally, creative freedom. Often, we do brief our partners to create Shoppertainment content by saying, say A, B, C, D, say it like this, and it's virtually prescribed. Now we are realizing that doesn't work. Consumers are a very intelligent person. Very, very intelligent. Tell them what outcome you want and give them the opportunity to be authentic. Then people will spend time looking at it and hopefully will make the effort to go and shop the product.
Cool, thank you so much. That's a good segue to my next question around creators and authenticity. Brands are, partnering with creators like, never before, right? They're trying to convert their consumers their followers into their consumers, right? So I want to understand from you, what do you think is the key to success, of a successful creative collaboration? And what does it really mean for brands from a consumer experience point of view?
Okay, there were multiple questions in that question, but I'll try to simplify it in my head.
So what is the key to success, right, for a successful creative collaboration?
I think first of all, thankfully I used to work in an advertising agency, so I like to keep it very simple in my head. First thing, start with the brand and try to understand the product. Most important. Not every category is going to fit in Shoppertainment. Or if you want every category to fit in, be very clear why do you want it to fit in. And the key thing is to look at it, entertainment first, and then of course your conversion second. Now, in today's world, there is technology available, and that's something that I didn't talk about. In Beauty Tech Lab, which is the agency that has been put together for L'Oreal, there is a massive focus on technology that allows us to understand the right kind of audiences, the right kind of markets we can focus on, and the right kind of the UGC or content creator.
Right.
Important to recognize we don't know anything, work with your platform partner. I think your colleague hates me, Mega, when I keep calling her all the time, but I do not believe that we know everything. Please talk to the partners, ask them for not the best results, also ask them for the results that have not worked. Often we only see what is best in class and we want to copy it. So let's not copy it. Please don't copy it. As we said, give creative freedom. So first things first is understand your product. Second, see where it fits in. Focus on entertainment and shopping. Use technology to your advantage. Put the right metrics in place and keep test and learn. Sure. Keep test and learn. And look at failures more than the successes.
Cool, thank you so much. Last but not the least, we have partnered and collaborated together on multiple occasions to drive not only the top of the funnel or increase the share of voice for brands, but also look at the lower funnel solutions in a big way, right? So what are the key learnings that you would like to tell brands or the audience today here that you learned from your experience to drive the lower funnel outcomes or the commerce outcomes on TikTok, utilizing TikTok and its community?
Okay, so we are a bit blessed to like a client like L'Oreal who has a mindset of saying, okay, let me go and try it and see what happens. So that's first of all is a good plus point to start off with. Sure. Now, the way to work this is Number one is understand the total journey of how from what we want to achieve, what operations are required, because there's a lot of homework required also in the back end. Please understand. It's not just I make the entertainment part of it, and there's a lot of back end, fulfillment, all that stuff is very, very important. So first of all, ensure everything is done step by step, follow the guidelines, talk to the appropriate people on the platform experts to get that thing going. Second is any global learnings are there from any other market, pulled out and then see if there is something we can learn from them, if possible. Okay. Again, we are a bit fortunate because Wavemaker has got Mindshare as well as got Mediacom. We will ask them, hey, have you fallen into a trap or have you got into any issues? Because those are the bigger challenges. Once you nail all of them, important to be very clear and be realistic on expectations. Often our client says, okay, am I going to get 10x ROAS and 20x ROAS and all that? We say, no, start with 0 ROAS. Start by testing, learning, see what's happening. And you saw Haswar's presentation. I mean, beauty, fashion is like massive competition out there. And if any one of you went to, I think 3 weeks back to, I think Female Daily Beauty program, in 3 days, there were about close to, let me get this right, 90,000 people who turned up in an event where I said, I'm going to get COVID today. Okay. Okay. But more importantly, this is the part which I'm very proud of Indonesia. There were more than 200 local brands. Okay. And probably a handful of 10 international brands. There is real competition out there. I mean, the sambal is a great example. Okay. Right. Also, so Indo Food can sit and say, I've got my sambal. There's somebody who's doing a great job here. So there's real competition. So don't expect miracle results. We have to test, learn. And in this entire journey, what we have decided to do, test, learn, be agile, change. That's the key for us.
Done. Thank you so much for those insights. Those were my questions.